I am Great Mother, Holy Spirit, Yin, Divine Mother, Cosmic Womb, Deep Space, the Moon, Dark Matter, the Void, the Black Hole, Hathor, Isis, Diana, Mami, Ishtar, Kali, Mammy, and Mother.
Lakota warriors do not enter the village upon their return from war until they have been reintroduced to the Great Spirit that is at one with all again. Until the warring spirit is ceremoniously acknowledged for its service, offered gratitude for it in a time of need, and then released, it will remain with the soul of the man and inflict warfare in his spirit. Thus, an internal cause with external effects. Trauma does not ensue haphazardly. These great shamans knew that there are three conditions that must exist in order for trauma to materialize under any circumstances: mental illness, improper diet and or unhealthy environment, or a basic breakdown of ego-soul communication. External war is merely a reflection of internal battles. Therefore, in order to heal trauma, it is necessary to activate conscious awareness of this internal battle. Once activated, in order to heal it, one must take one's power back from the battle. We must cease fighting and allow ourselves to be whole again. This total lunar eclipse, blood wolf moon, is an invitation to accept the energetic support to purge the toxicity of the traumas that keep us from integrating our full selves, our healed selves, our divine selves, or an opportunity to receive the support you need to do the spiritual work of revisiting and redressing the trauma, to release it. This reading is for those of us who have experienced mama drama trauma. And like the warrior returning from war, we have acknowledged that we experience a condition in which the mother projects unhealed aspects of herself onto her child, causing emotional and or physical trauma. That she, as a result of her own MDT, is unable, unwilling, and or unavailable to heal herself. Therefore, we take on the challenge to heal ourselves, to break the cycle by activating our own healing through a process of loving detachment, learning to accept what is with love, the mother that we have, so that we can release the one that we want. Thus aligning our ego and our soul with the contract that we have with the soul that loves us like no other, the bond that is none other, established in a karmic contract to evolve us in self-love and spiritual independence through the experience of mama drama trauma that causes us to have an improper emotional and material diet, an unhealthy environment that brings about the mental illness and internal battle, that we consistently and persistently seek that home, seek that house, seek to fill that ever deepening void in our lives, the mother. Great Mother is coming through with the Cancer North Node axis to heal this trauma. This final Leo Aquarius, Leo ruled by the sun, great father energy, is reminding us of the law of divinity, which says, and we, healing MDT, agree that we are first and foremost dearly loved divine children of the great Mother Father God, who secondly are never judged or condemned. Thirdly, neither left alone. We are always assisted by our angels, guides, and ancestors. And so shall it be as we re-enter the village of civil integrated life on this planet we call Earth. Enjoy your readings. Virgo moon sign people, your inner work with this total lunar eclipse is self-mothering. Isis goddess card, full moon card in the root chakra. Of course, when we're talking about chakras, we are talking about Vedic astrology. In the Vedic, most of you are going to be Leo moon sign people. Now, this has to do with the sidereal signs, and right now the moon is in Cancer in the sidereal. So this for you is 12th house energy. There is a giving up, a letting go of a very deep soulful part of yourself as it perhaps relates to groups of people, relationships that you've had with associations maybe that have been very supportive of you, maybe a feeling of losing your voice. We see here with Dorothy in the scene where she has run to her room after Miss Gulch has taken Toto, which symbolizes her intuition. The Vedic is your soul sign. It is the sign that is the snapshot of your soul's karma at the time of birth. It is a snapshot of what it is here to do to resolve that karma and to live out and act out the aspirations of the soul this lifetime. And at this particular time, with the moon in Leo, this 12th house energy, this is affecting the throat chakra, maybe affecting the intestines. You are processing on a lower gut will level, your ego will, Virgo moon sign, as well as that Leo sidereal sign, that higher will, that throat chakra. Because in the Western, the emotion is ruled by Mercury. Virgo's ruled by Mercury. Mercury rules the throat chakra. You're needing to speak something, as Dorothy is needing to hear. But we see with the Kleenex there, you know, she's covering her mouth. She's crying. Before what you need to say can be spoken, there's a big root chakra here. You need to be regrounded. The sun is in Aquarius in the Western, but in the sidereal, it's in Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. So this full moon, this super full moon is shining a light on a need to mother yourself, nurture yourself in your daily life as a part of your lifestyle. The energies are supporting you to do that because the nakshatra that the sun is in is Uttarasad, which is ruled by the sun. It means unchallenged victory, Virgo moon sign people. Powerful, relentless, strong willpower. Righteousness. Righteousness is living your divinity, identity. It's very strong energy to work with others, to gain the support from others. There may be issues around individual partners, but that group energy, those associations, as we see Dorothy here, the associations with Aunt Em, her adoptive mother, and Uncle Henry. Those associations with people who may be haters like Miss Gulch, who want to take her intuition away, symbolized by Toto. There's a need to work with this, your center card of Isis. What's bringing this up is Hecate, Virgo moon sign people, throat chakra energy. That throat chakra, loud and clear, okay? Do we get it or not? There's this kind of passive aggressive energy going on with this crescent moon energy that really has to deal with, is it me or is it you? Am I projecting or am I subjecting myself to insightful analysis? What's going on here? Well, we see the Wicked Witch is attempting to steal Dorothy's ruby red slippers, which Great Mother, by the way, told her to never take off. But she promptly offers to the witch when the witch threatens to take who? Toto. Dorothy will not give up her intuition, not even for Great Mother, but that's because she doesn't understand who Great Mother is. Great Mother is our intuition, Virgo moon sign people. She is the soul energy. The sun is the ego energy. Now I know we deal with them conversely, and that's why we have yin-yang symbols in the deck. Hecate is bringing up the need for the inner work here because you are at a crossroads, Virgo moon sign people. There is no need to give up your birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole, which the ruby red slippers symbolize, in order to live your divinity identity, which is to live by your intuition. Trust Toto, have Toto, and your shoes too. Your soul wants to have its cake and eat it too, Virgo moon sign people. So mother yourself, nurture yourself, be self-compassionate, because right now you're not able to speak what you need to speak in order to make that happen. In fact, you may be too sick to do it. You might be having a throat issue. You might be having a GI intestinal issue right now because of the inability to process emotions. The feelings of alienations, of needing to give up something, of feeling misunderstood, as we have with Isis and Dorothy, taking, a moment to realize she's just been uprooted from what she felt was a safe place. This is a hard place to be. This does deal with daily life. This makes us face the fact that, hey, is it me or is it you? Is it you that's imposing this life on me that I don't want to live? Or am I the one that's about this life and keeping it going? Which one is it? These are hard questions. And with Mercury in your 5th house, you're being called to recreate your life. In your shadow position, on a gut level, we see the gut chakra here. It's ruled by Mars, which is conjunct Uranus right now in Aries. So there's a great deal of needing to be reborn, of needing to regenerate yourself, of needing to find a way to awaken to who and what you truly are. This is when Dorothy arrives in Munchkinland and is greeted by Glinda the Good Witch, who symbolizes Great Mother, and asked, the Munchkins want to know, are you a good witch or a bad witch? To which Dorothy replies, I'm not a witch at all. I'm Dorothy from Kansas. You don't know who you are. That's why you can't digest your emotions. You're too identified with mama drama trauma. The reward of realizing this is now you know what to detach from. The process of detachment, however, will require there to be a rebirth. The rebirth card is the R in the acronym of ASPIRE. ASPIRE represents the 6 suits of the deck. A, for acknowledgement. We must first acknowledge our problems before we can address them, right? Self-inquiry. We ask ourselves, hey, is it me? Is it you? What's going on here? Where does the responsibility lie for my life and in my life now? Processing. We process it. That's gut chakra energy. That's the gut chakra suit, the P, processing. I is integrity, the yellow brick road. R is when they're in the witch's castle, throat chakra. This is the balsamic moon card, however. All balsamic moon cards are when Dorothy finally arrives back home, that place of peace after the journey. She has been reborn into that divine expression of her divinity. The ego position, where the ego is now, Great Mother is saying that it needs to be reborn. It needs to be reseeded. It needs to be surrounded by the tribe in a way that it feels supported. Many times that can happen by a mere shift of perspective of the tribe. This is where the inner work comes in. Self-mothering for you could definitely assist with that. For others, the rebirth will necessarily occur through other mothers, such as Dorothy. We don't receive an explanation of where Dorothy's birth mother is, but she's not there. She's unavailable. The Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck implies that her mother is Miss Gulch, reincarnated as the Wicked Witch of the East, reincarnated as the Wicked Witch of the West. She's home from that journey in this card, Virgo moon sign people. Great Mother is saying that your divine expression, balsamic moon, is being guarded by your angels, your guides, and your ancestors. This is a 5th chakra card. You can see the 5th chakra in the upward part of the balsamic light of the moon. Somebody from Australia said, you need to reverse your cards for me to get a deck. I'm working on that. Divine expression is what you're ready for. Your Virgo moon. Emotionally, you're set up for this. Right now, Mercury, again, is in your 5th house. You're ready for this. But something has caught your tongue. What is it? Well, we see that the angels are in your position of who is assisting you with this inner work. And if you don't do the inner work, you won't feel them as strongly as you will by doing this difficult, often painful inner work of self-mothering, not relying on others, in other words, to take care of your emotional needs, to give you the insight that you need from Great Mother, but to do your own meditative work, do your own readings, pray for yourself, take those baths, take those walks, have that diet that you know you need to have. I see right now that the status of your ego soul alignment with the Jesus card is the Yin 3rd quarter moon card. This is a heart chakra card, the law card. The law cards are great father cards. The law, the word, the logos, the law of soul guidance and guardianship is about trusting the journey. It's about being able to do that as a result of releasing the ambivalence about who you are. You're a good witch or a bad witch. Which are you? Are you someone who uses your power to manipulate, to control people, to harm yourself, to harm others? Or do you use your power as a divine child of the great Mother, Father, God consciously to heal yourself and others, to support yourself and others, to speak life and light within yourself and to others? Letting go of that ambivalence is third quarter moon energy that says, I have the integrity. I is heart chakra, the fourth letter, Jesus energy. The crossroads between the ego and the soul speaks of that birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole, which in fact is what is being wrung out with this total lunar eclipse, is the confusion around our birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole. We have the law of soul guidance. We are being guided to and through our birthright. We don't have to give up our ruby red slippers, Virgo moon sign people. We can have our birthright to be happy, healthy, and whole, and our intuition and our Toto along the yellow brick road of life. This is yin energy. This is receptive energy. The moon being in Leo is in the nakshatra of Uttarasad. It's unchallenged victory, powerful, relentless, a strong willpower that is righteous. It is aligned with this divinity. Yes, it may have some challenges with people in the groups around it, but it can see the beauty in others just as easily, just as well as Dorothy did with the scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the lion. Why the soul wants to do this inner work at this time? Why does it want to self-mother? In that position of why is Gildeptis. This is another full moon card. You have 3 full moon cards in your reading. And with Leo being in your sidereal, I can see why. This is definitely about you being able to connect with that power. And that is why the soul wants to do the self-mothering. It wants to synthesize with you. It wants that root chakra alignment to the third eye, which is ruled by the moon. And the moon, yes, is in Leo right now in the Western, but it's in Cancer in the sidereal. And this is the juxtaposition of the nodal axes at this time.